Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jim. I'd like to ask everybody to watch this channel that enjoys watching the channel and feel they're getting something from this channel and feeling blessed. I ask you to subscribe, to click, and to please share my videos. And if you're already doing so, thank you very much. But today I want to talk about tongues. People that talk in tongues. Tongues is an unknown language. It's a language. It's fluent. When I speak, I yield myself. I'm speaking in tongues. It's not shabatakata shakatara. That's foolishness. But whatever you say, you're speaking with, and you say you deal with constant depression, you're deceived. Constant depression is not a fruit of the spirit. You got another spirit. It's a fake tongue. It's a false spirit, friend. You need to just get away and go with God and cease and stop it and return to your first love. Because tongues is not just so we can say we have them. And if you say you have God that way, if you say you have God like that, and you deal with constant depression, all the speaking in tongues is not edifying you because it's not the Holy Spirit. You're not being edified. When you have people speaking in tongues, there's usually laying of hands. These two kind of go hand in hand. Where there's a lot of tongue talking, there's laying on of hands. If a person does not know Jesus, is not filled with his Holy Spirit, and is dealing with blasphemous thoughts, and you allow them to lay hands on you, and you walk away from this church service and you experience all kind of lustful, blasphemous thoughts going inside of you, and you don't know who this person is speaking to you, these unknown tongues, these can be transferred evil spirits onto you. The Bible clearly tells us that we should not speak in tongues without interpretations, not to mention not allow anyone to lay hands on you suddenly. That's in 1 Timothy 5. Why would you let someone speak and you don't know what they're saying? Take a look at 1 Timothy 5, chapter 4 and chapter 5. If you do not have the Holy Spirit, who Jesus tells us in the book of John 16 and chapter 16 and chapter 5, he tells us the Holy Spirit shall lead us and guide us into all truth. Truth is light. I want to help you understand this question. Do you really have God's Spirit? How do you know? It's not evidence of speaking in tongues. However, that could be a manifestation, an expression. But we have to look further. We have to go further because we have a dilemma. We have to reconcile what Jesus said, that he's going to tell many to depart from him. He says, I never knew you. Many are like the five foolish virgins. They're the five foolish virgins. They're trying to buy some oil from religion. Unless you have a true conversion, you will not be able in your time of trouble, to manifest joy, because the Prince of Peace is Jesus. Peace is Jesus. He says, my peace I leave with you, but not like the world, because they cannot see me. They cannot see my spirit. But you are my sheep. You will know my voice. And when I abide, when I'm able to sense the voice of God, it calms me down when I'm in trouble. When the enemy comes in like a flood, the spirit of joy, when you got it in your oil in your lamp, the fruit will manifest without provocation. Many people are trying to feel God. They want a physical experience, and this is what brings you into a place of vulnerability, because we want to walk by faith and not by feelings. This is why there are many people that speak in tongues. They're very provocative, very sexual. They say anything out of their mouths, and they're full of rage and anger and hatred toward people that have wronged them, that have harmed them. They will retaliate against them, people that they want to harm. This is not the work of the Spirit. If that's you and you're sitting up plotting and planning how to hurt people, that have harmed you, friend, you don't have the Holy Spirit. Be careful of people that speak in tongues with no interpretation. It opens you up to darkness, treading over people's lives. When these people of worship pick up the microphones and they tell you to pray in the Spirit, friends, no. No, that's a big no-no. The Holy Spirit is wisdom. It's God's Spirit, and he does not need to make a scene in the show of you. We who come to glorify and make a scene, the Holy Spirit comes to make a fuss over Jesus. John 16:14 tells us best. When the Holy Spirit comes in you, in me, he comes to glorify, to blow up, to make a big deal, to brag on, to boast on Jesus. We got to know we're in the war for our souls, and the enemy's not playing games. Where's your testimony about Jesus? Do you have a testimony of Jesus? Have you met the Master? That he's commissioned you to come into this world to preach his gospel, to save those that are lost in sin, to preach the gospel to those that are lost in sin, lost in religion, lost in themselves. God bless all. God bless, friends. Till the next time.